Getting ready for our main event. Alex Perez, the headliner, and just moments ago we caught up with him in his locker room.
You never know what he's going to bring until fighting it, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to take the first round and fill him out, and then from there, that's where we go and handle business, God willing. This fight means everything to me. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? It means everything. It's for my family, most importantly, my kids. That's about it.
It's main event time. Let's meet the two participants. Here is the ring announcer, Joe Antonacci.
Boxing fans, here we go. DeBella Entertainment, along with AzadWatch.com, presents 10 rounds of action in the welterweight division. Our judges, Julie Letterman, Carlos Ortiz Jr., and Steve Weisfeld. Our referee is Gary Rosado. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to us tonight from the Bronx in New York City. He weighed in at 147 pounds. Black trunks, white trim, professional record, 20 victories. Only 3 defeats, 1 draw, 13 wins by knockout. Please welcome Francisco El Gato Figueroa. And his opponent from across the river, he comes to us from Newark, New Jersey. He weighed in at 145 pounds. Gray camo trunks. Professional record, a perfect 15 victories. No defeats. 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome Alex, the Brick City Bullet Perez. Referee Gary Rosado has our fighters' final instruction.
Gentlemen, I gave specific detailed instructions in the locker room. I'm already going to tell you 2 things. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, bang at the bell. Do it up.
All right, let's get the tail of the tape, Brian.
Well, the key to look for here, will the shorter, more experienced El Gato be too much of a puzzle for the younger, undefeated Perez?
Alex Perez, 15-0, 9 have come by knockouts, 9 of those victories. And then you've got El Gato, the cat, Frankie Figueroa. He's a lefty, 20-3. Figueroa in the black trunks, the white trim.
Perez has fought a couple of southpaws before. Frankie Figueroa in 24 pro fights says he's never fought a lefty.
We last saw Perez in January, knocked out Josh Sosa in the 2nd round.
And Perez looks to put hurt on people. That's his MO. It's not a secret. And Gato clearly is the speedster. He loves to get in and out, quick hands. So this is certainly the Bull Matador type matchup.
Who wins the battle of the tats? That's what I want to know. What do you think? Who are you giving it to, Brian?
I give it to Frankie right now.
All right.
Yeah, right now maybe Frankie, but because Perez is a little younger, he got more time to put more on him.
And he's longer, so he's got more taps per inch.
Yeah.
See, I thought early, in order for Perez to have this fight go his way in the later rounds, he had to jump on Gato. He had to put a little hurt on him. He hasn't done that yet. Because most boxers, Steve, as you can contest, they get into a rhythm, a flow. It's hard to really break that.
And on top of the long layoff that Frankie Figueroa has had, he's also coming off a broken left hand that happened in his last fight.
Well, the crowd is certainly into it.
Well, there's a lot of emotion in this building right now, and part of the reason for that, there's been a lot of smack talk all week long between these two guys.
Yeah, and as you say that, Gato said, you know, he's seen out Perez. He think he's a wild, temperamental type person, and he don't like his character.
Body shot by El Gato. And then you add to it, you got the Jersey and New York City element to it as well. Both guys feeling each other out here in round one.
But this pace favors El Gato. Let him pick his shots. Again, the layoff, he wants a slower pace.
Now, if you're telling, look at the corner here of Alex Perez, what are you telling him in this corner, Brian?
When you tell him to pick up the pace, you want him to be more aggressive. Don't stand on the outside and allow the shorter guy to try to pick you apart. So you want to be a little more aggressive.
Here we go, round two.
One thing Figueroa hasn't lost in this layoff is his quickness. He still moves pretty quickly.
Nice left hand by El Gato.
Yeah.
In and out. Cat-like. Nice double jab by Gato. See, he's timing Perez right now. Again, Perez looking, you can tell, he's looking for one shot, that right hook. The right hook is his best punch.
There's a lot of fighting to be done, but you can see that this is a major step up for Perez in terms of quality of opposition, despite the fact that Frankie did not win his last two fights and is coming off the layoff.
As Perez, you can see him very methodical, trying to, as Brian pointed out, look for that one shot. Frankie Figueroa
You
getting in,
stay in
getting
a
out.
posture like this with a guy like Figueroa, that one shot will never come. You have to set up that shot with a fast guy, in and out type guy.
You can see the crowd obviously into this fight. They want to see more action.
Yeah, the crowd behind us at least is pro Perez.
Let's go, Al! He ready! He ready, Al! Let's go!
Perez can't seem to get set to punch. That's his problem.
Certainly an in and out herky jerk type movement is bothering him.
Constant lateral movement by Frankie Figueroa. You got hurt though a little bit there. No movement now.
Yeah. There are 2 rounds now in the book. Let's take a look at some of the action from round 2 here, Steve.
That left hand seemed to have stunned Figueroa. That was with about 15 seconds left in the round, and he's holding on for dear life. He was in big trouble at the end of this round, and it was more than enough to give the round to Perez.
Well, as you said at the top, Brian, you know, Alex Perez is a big puncher.
He is. He's a devastating puncher. He likes to, you know, finish guys when he got them hurt. There wasn't enough time for him to finish Gato that round. But he, I think, will come out and jump right on Gato.
Here we go, round 3. And you can see Alex Perez looks a little more active now.
He's desperate. He's desperate. He's scared. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's scared, Al. Look at his face.
Oh, there's a big punch there by Perez.
And also keep in mind, Gato, because of the layoff, he's forced to fight at a higher weight. His first fight back, he's really a 140-pounder. But he's experienced enough to get through these rounds, I think.
Well, the complexion of the fight has changed because the demeanor of Perez has changed. Now he looks like an assassin.
He tags him with the left hook. Now he goes to the body. He's got Frankie Figueroa cornered on the ropes.
But Figueroa is able to avoid a lot of those shots there.
But he's not moving at all, and he's not holding.
Yeah, you got to get away there if you're Frankie Figueroa. Get away.
Correct. He has to use his legs.
Let's see if Perez can finish him off.
Perez very measured in his attack.
Yes.
But he hasn't placed not one body shot in there.
His hooks, uppercuts by Alex Perez. And El Gato trying to fight his way off.
Gato packed him up, backed Perez off of him for a second.
And he gets out of danger.
Well, Perez is open to be countered. It's just a question of whether Figueroa can get enough strength to land one big shot. Frankie's never been the biggest puncher.
Right, and I think that's the point here. Figueroa is worried more about defense when he's landing against the ropes than offense. See, notice Figueroa does not punch until Perez stop punching.
Yeah, both exchange hooks there. Perez said, "I like it, bring it."
And Gato should be stepping around, using his legs. He's known for his footwork, move his legs. Gato stood up pretty well this round against those shots.
Yeah, I was going to say that Perez, hopefully didn't tire himself out. He threw a lot of punches. Final seconds here, round 3.
Perez just took a deep breath.
Oh, and there's a left hook by El Gato. Perez comes back. He wobbles Perez. He wobbled Perez with the right hook. Let's take a look at some of the action from round 3.
Well, you see Gato trying to use his legs, use that jab to get close. The more experienced guys, the concentration on his face, but he got caught standing in front of the bigger puncher. Perez landed a left hand, and that started about 2 minutes.
There's the left hook.
Assault by
That one
Perez.
wobbled. That one wobbled Perez.
So at the end of the round, Gato returned the favor there. Certainly buckled him and stung him.
Here we go.
And I think what may have confused Perez early on is the fact that Gato has not been using the ring like they anticipated. They figured he'd come out use his legs more. He's more or less been on the attack against Perez.
Perez connects with a left, a straight left hand.
And Frankie Fig is showing some chin, let me tell you. We remember what Randall Bailey did to him, but Randall Bailey's about as big a right-handed puncher as there is in boxing.
Well, I was there, and that was not pretty.
Yeah, Randall hit him flush.
But he was
like a left jab. He set him up to distract him, and then a straight right hand.
I mean, not that you should be proud of getting knocked out, but Frankie should not be ashamed because Randall Bailey can knock out heavyweights with that right hand.
Oh, there's a right hand. That one wobbles. Still Gato, and he goes down.
See, Gato gave him room, and he got caught with that right hook. He gave him room. He's doing better on the inside.
And he catches him again with another right. And look at Perez. He's trying to smother.
He's just trying to throw a lot of punches. Right, he's going to try to sneak a hard shot in there.
Yeah, body shot. Another big body shot.
Does Frankie want to quit?
Yes.
He's looking at the
That
referee.
body shot hurt him.
He's still fighting, though.
Is Frankie Figueroa ready to go?
He's complaining about something.
He told the ref, I'm okay. He said, I'm okay. I guess the ref must have said, show me something. He turned around, he said, I'm okay.
Big heart.
Takes another big shot.
He's blocking most of those big shots.
But Perez gets big leverage on his shots.
Here's a body shot by Figueroa.
Figueroa right in Perez's chest. See, long, leaky guys, you have to smother, take their power away. And Figueroa, the experienced guy he is, he's staying close.
And he comes back with a left hook.
Stay close and fight the guy.
Here's the knockdown.
Well, Gato was boxing and took a step back and gave Perez enough room to land that right hook. Keep in mind, Perez is right-handed, so the lead hand is his power hand. Look, Gato, as soon as he stepped back, he gave Perez enough room to set up and throw that shot.
How do you got this one scored so far, Steve?
Well, that was clearly a 10-8 round. I gave Frankie Figueroa the first round, and everything else has been for Perez.
See, I gave the first 2 rounds to Gato and the last 2 rounds to Perez.
Here we go, round 5. This is our main event.
And let me touch on that a little further, Brian. When we mentioned fatigue, if a guy looks like he's exhausted physically, sometimes it's more mental than physical.
Because he didn't go, and you thought he would.
Correct. So mentally you get drained. As Steve said, it's a step up for him. So excitement mentally can lead to exhaustion mentally.
Well, to Figueroa's credit, he's right in the pocket.
Yes, he is.
And you have to stay close. Do not give a guy with long arms room to punch and get leverage. Stay close.
He's got to get a little closer than he is, though. Right now, he's at the end of Perez's punches.
Let's go. He's scared out. He's scared. He's scared out. He's scared out.
See, Gato is jabbing.
Take your time, baby. Take your time, baby.
Looks like a little rest round for Perez, maybe, huh?
Hey, buddy. You looking. You looking, Al. Take your time, Al. He's still looking. He's looking.
And that's what you want. You want to put doubt in the undefeated young guy's mind. Now, is he taking a rest, or is he a little confused as to why Gato hasn't fallen and stayed down?
Maybe both, right? Maybe he's taking a rest because he's a little confused.
Perez taps Figueroa a couple times with the jab.
See, and Gato, you don't want Perez jabbing. You want Perez throwing those hard shots. Because if he jabs, then he could blind you with a big shot.
Get out the corner! Get out the corner, Al! Get out that corner! Get out the corner, Al! Get out the corner, Al! Here, Al! There you go, Al! Get out! Get out!
Figueroa now applying the pressure to Perez.
Get out the corner! Get out the corner! There you go, Al!
Perez fighting his way back.
Get out the corner! Get out the corner, Al! Get out the corner!
Not much power from Frankie Figgs.
Right, and if you're in El Gato's corner, you want to tell him, if you're going to stay and lean on the guy, you have to either do subtle movement to the side or throw punches. So right now, he's punching out, but he's laying in front of Perez, letting Perez punch.
Still a heck of a comeback round for Figueroa.
Absolutely.
And listen, on the back of his trunks, it says, "No one stops Gato."
Figueroa has just been going forward as Alex Perez loses his mouthpiece. Welcome back here. Our main event, Broadway boxing. Alex Perez, unbeaten, 15-0. Taking on Frankie Figueroa, 20-3-1. Figueroa went down in the 4th round, but has fought his way back.
And he's right in the chest of Alex Perez.
Yeah, Perez keeping him now at bay with the jab, but Figueroa gets inside.
He's stalking. That's what I mean, the stalker being stalked.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a plan B or plan C in
Here's
your
a left hook.
arsenal, this is what happens.
We should point out as we get longer into this fight, Alex Perez has been 10 rounds, and he's been 8 a couple of times, and that experience will help him in this fight.
Well, pacing himself would help, but being able to switch up his game plan may not help.
Well, he's turned into the boxer now, much
Yeah,
more
now,
than
as
the
I said,
puncher.
the stalker being stalked.
Figueroa just coming forward this entire round.
Now, will he be comfortable for the duration of his fight fighting this way?
I think he's getting out forced fighting this way. He lost the last round on my card.
Mine too. You're right, he's losing this round up to this point.
Yeah. Can Figueroa maintain coming off the long layoff? That's more the question to me.
Figueroa connecting with a couple of left hooks.
I think the way this fight is going, I think Gato is breaking Perez down. Look at Perez's body language. I think Gato is breaking him down.
Take your time. Take your time, man. Take your time, man.
See, now his punches are more to keep Gato off of him, not necessarily to hurt Gato.
Well, I'll put it like this. If this were an 8-rounder, I'd love Perez's chances. In a 10, I like them less.
And I'm sure his stepfather, Jose Rosario, will get in his ear and try to wake him up after this round.
Figueroa connects again with a right hand.
I
Now
think
goes to the
mentally he's
body.
breaking him.
Look how Perez is bent over.
Like I said,
7-inch height advantage, and he's coming down to Frankie's side.
Oh, he tags him. Figueroa with a right hand at the end of the round. take a look at some of the action, and look at that left hand.
That's a beautiful overhand left. And that was thrown at a distance where Perez has been doing most of the damage.
You see Gato stand in his chest. He's trying to force the young guy to fight.
7th round now.
It's funny because the first 4 rounds, Perez people standing behind him was yelling, yeah, attack, attack. Now they're yelling, time up, Al, time up. Even his fans not that confident anymore.
And Figueroa. He's coming straight at Perez once again here.
Yeah, he's the aggressor. Perez is the one giving ground.
Perez is using that right hand very effectively this round, though.
Keeping him off.
How many fights has Gato had?
Perez misses with the right hook and the uppercut.
He look for one punch out. Time up. He can't box you. He cannot box you.
It's clear you can hear everybody imploring Alex Perez to box now. And he should be boxing. He has the reach. He has the height advantage.
There's a left hook by Figueroa.
But he's allowing a shorter guy to close the gap and get close.
Much better round for Perez.
Yeah, a lot of tapping him with that jab, following up with the right hand.
Well, most experienced guys like to take younger guys into deep water. Deep water meaning fights where they start to question themselves. And I think Alex Perez last round questioned himself. He came back out this round. He's doing a better job in trying to stabilize the action. But it's still not his temperament to be stalked.
And Figueroa continues to touch Perez with that short left hook.
But Steve, as long as you've seen El Gato, have you ever seen him this aggressive?
No, he's usually all about foot movement and footwork, as you said earlier. But he has no choice here fighting a guy this tall and this long.
Main event, Alex Perez, Frankie Figueroa. This is round 8. And Alex Perez touching Figueroa with the jab.
I like that sneaky overhand left that Gato has been throwing.
Oh, and Perez.
Box him out. Box him out. Box him out. Box him out. Get out the way.
Here's that sneaky left you talked about, Brian.
Win or lose, I'm real impressed with Frankie Figueroa's effort. Coming off what he's coming off and fighting a guy who's much bigger, not just in height, but in weight also, because Frankie's really a 140-pounder. Coming off a broken hand and a 2-year, 4-month layoff. This is very impressive.
Well, this fight certainly shows the dedication and will that Frankie Figueroa has to make boxing his full-time career.
And especially, I mean, he was down in the fourth to fight his way back. These guys exchanged a couple of blows. Now the crowd gets into it. As they exchange punches there at center ring.
Well, Perez is doing a smart thing. He's just keeping his hands moving. He's trying to keep Gato at bay, at distance.
There's a left hand by Perez. Here comes Figueroa. Here's a big overhand right by Figueroa. Perez touches him back. Ten seconds left in the round. Figueroa, a left hook, followed it up with a right.
Let's go, Brick City! Brick City! Brick City!
You can see Figueroa just trying to get inside. Trying to get inside of Alex Perez.
The one thing I do like about Perez, he has adjusted. Early on, the big bombs worked. Then once he got past the fourth round, Gato stayed in his chest. And he adjusted. He boxed.
Oh, there's a big overhand left by Figueroa.
The left has been there all day for Figueroa. Because he's coming in low, and he's coming straight up with the overhand left.
And as we talk about how close this fight might be, keep in mind, Perez came very close to stopping Figueroa. A referee could have intervened.
And the experience factor.
Yeah.
When he was hurt, Figueroa kept saying, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So he may not have been okay. He may have been all right. But he had conned the referee into believing he was fine.
Now Perez kind of using the angles.
But Gato have to be careful with that left hand. He has to keep that left hand up when he comes in.
Figueroa, and the referee warned Perez with the low blow, talking about Alex Perez to Figueroa.
Perez jabbing right through that cross-arm defense.
He hurt! He hurt! Look at his face! He hurt! Box him out! Box him out! Box him! Box him out!
See a little blood coming from the mouth now of Alex Perez.
Box him out! Box him! Box him out! That's right, baby!
This is strictly role reversal. Because Gato's stalking, looking for a big left hand, and Perez is the one jabbing, peppering, moving. See, Gato's looking for that big left hand.
Take your time, baby! Take your time, baby!
I have a feeling this ninth round could be pivotal because I think it's pretty close.
There's a shot there. Perez connects.
Let's go, baby! Box! Box! Box, baby!
Looks like Perez's round to me.
He touches him with a good right uppercut. Let's take a break. When we come back, the final round of our main event.
Boxing fans, put your hands together. This is the 10th and final round.
Final round of our main event. Alex Perez, unbeaten at 15-0. Frankie Figueroa, 23-1. Figueroa was down in the 4th round, but has fought his way back and made this fight competitive.
Classic matchup of a young veteran looking to get back to where he once was, and a young undefeated prospect looking to graduate.
And this is why more people should pay attention to boxing.
Boy, are you right.
We've had some classics here at Broadway Boxing.
Absolutely.
We have guys who want it.
You can see there's a cut now on the left side of the face of Alex Perez.
Perez is cut. You know he's tired.
Right.
Figueroa's face is all swollen. He's giving a heroic effort.
And look at Perez. Perez complaining about Figueroa's head. It's a nasty cut on the left side of Perez's face. As he tattoos Figueroa. Now they both exchange punches here, center of the ring.
Look at Figueroa. Both guys refuses to lose.
Yeah. They are emptying the gas tank here in this final round.
As well they should.
These two lefties are all right with me.
Absolutely. They put on a good performance. Good combination of punches by Perez. And that's the fight. Wow. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we've got the decision in our main event. Well, the decision is in. Let's go up to Joe Antonacci.
Boxing fans, before we go to the scorecards, how about a round of applause for these two warriors? 10 non-stop rounds of boxing action, and after those 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Judge Steve Weisfeld scores about 96-93, while Judge Carlos Ortiz Jr. scores at 98-91, and Julie Letterman scores at 99-90, all for your winner by unanimous decision. From Newark, New Jersey, Alex, the Brick City Bullet, Perez. How about a nice round of applause also for Frankie El Gato Figueroa.
So Alex Perez remains unbeaten, and the judges saw this one vastly different than you and Steve.
I mean, listen, obviously we're looking at it differently, but
Yeah.
99, 91,
Yeah.
98, I'm sorry, 99, 90, 98, 91, I didn't see it that way. But nonetheless, good performance on both guys, and Alex Perez happy for the young man.
Absolutely. And He is still undefeated. Let's go inside the ring. Our Steve Farhood
We're on
with
now.
the winner, Alex Perez.
Alex, your hand. Which hand, and what do you think you did?
I broke my hand.
You think you broke it for sure?
I know I broke it for sure.
At what point in the fight?
What round? Fourth round.
Fourth round. So when you went from puncher, which you were in the early part of this fight,
Exactly.
to more boxing, it was more because of your hand than anything else?
It was only because of my hand.
Do you feel you would have gotten the stoppage without the injury?
I mean, I think so. I mean, but I give all respect to Gato. He a tough, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I definitely would have got the stoppage, hands down.
Last thing, Alex, and Frankie, congratulations on a great effort. Last thing, in terms of the development of your career, what does this fight mean to you, beating a good young veteran like Frankie?
A good, tough veteran. I give him all the props.
So where are you going from here?
Nothing but the top, man. Nothing but the top, man. Nothing but the top. But I give all respect to the guy right here. You know, me and him was going at it on Twitter for a little while.
All right, after some bad blood, Frankie and Alex, sportsmen, and congratulations to both of you. Alex Perez, a winner. Back to Brian and Brian at ringside.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. So Alex Perez wins our main event. He remains undefeated at 16-0, a tough fight. And he gets the unanimous decision. It's been another great night of boxing here at Broadway Boxing. For Steve Farhood, Brian Adams, I'm Brian Custer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again at the fights.